Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Blaster, blasting you with the truth. And on this broadcast, I want to talk about this thing called systematic racism. My premise of it, though, in this video, I want to talk about ways you can make it even less of a problem than it is. A lot of people talking about white supremacy and systematic racism. And that's why I'm making this video. I want to shed some light on the subject as well. You have people talking about buck breaking, systematic racism, all that stuff, which does exist. It does exist. But I want to show you how to rise above it. I'm going to show you what we can do to make it even less of effective as it is. And I'm going to prove my points very quickly. Number one, again, disclaimer, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, it does. But I'm saying that we make it more of a problem than it really is. Because for one, you don't want to start try to control how people think. You want to keep the Constitution in place, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. Let them be, if they don't like black people, let them be that way. They're going to have to stand before God. But we need to enjoy our lives and have luxurious lives in the process. Because you try to go to these other countries, they're even worse. So, ways we can overcome systematic racism. Now, the systematic racism that exists is things like redlining. Like sometimes some mortgage companies give you a worse interest rate than they will a W person. But again, these type of lawsuits pay $100,000 and up. And like I always say, if somebody gonna call me the N-word, I hope they do it somewhere where I can get paid. Because I really don't care what you think of me. Anybody. Because to me, all people is people. There are evil people, and some of the people that talk about this racism stuff, they ain't gonna help nobody. They ain't gonna help nobody. They don't like black people themselves, and they black. Me, I share my viewpoints, but I don't have a problem with black people. I have a problem with thieves. I have a problem with bums, people who don't want to do better for themselves. They just want to take. Let me on them, the top dance man. When I think of the top dance man, I think of some of us, this color. He said all they do is take and take and take, like it's all for them. But we steal cars in our own communities. You shouldn't be stealing cars, period. But these are things that our youth do. And then they want to talk about racism. You know that white kids are going to get less time. You know that these are some of the things with systematic racism that exist. But here's some ways that we can rise above it. Number one, finish high school. Get your high school diploma. It's not cool. Don't let nobody tell you it's cool to skip school. Get your high school diploma, take up a trade, get your CDL, go to another level, build credentials that are needed in this world. So if it's one racist W person, then another one, you keep going, keep applying, somebody gonna give you a chance. Or go into business for yourself. Go into business for yourself. Number two, get your credit score in order. Most of my financial problems were self-inflicted. They've given me jobs. They've given me this, given me that. I've had opportunities to go into business. I'm in business now, but I had other opportunities. A lot of my denials were because of poor money management, which brings me to number three. Learn how to save, invest, and have a budget. It don't matter what the W people think of you. If you don't do these things I mentioned so far, you can't blame racism. If you getting food stamps, that's supposed to be temporary if you're not disabled. You're supposed to rise above that and get your income to where you can go buy food. So finish school, build credentials, get your credit score right. Another thing, make wise decisions. Don't hang with people that's going to get you in trouble. You got all these felonies, I don't want to hear about systematic racism. You got all them felonies because, let's be honest, I've gotten away with things. Everybody get away with things, but when you're trying to get away, you're going to get caught eventually. Felony. There it is. You kept doing stuff, you messed your record up. You kids and you parents, tell your kid, let them watch this video. Do not let anyone mess your record up, and don't you mess it up. Don't steal no cars. Don't get no high-speed chase. Don't rob nobody. You ain't got it. You ain't got it. Because you can get killed in the process of trying to rob people. Everybody ain't scared of you waving no gun. Some people got their own guns and they try to shoot you first. So that's not the solution. So don't mess your record up. Don't let nobody else mess your record up. Next, I would say, no babies before marriage or before you're financially stable. Either or both. No marriage. Or I shouldn't say no marriage, but no babies before marriage or before financial stability or both. Because you're going to put yourself back in the hole when you trying to, she look good, so you trying to get her pregnant. Don't do it. So if you got your credit score, you build your money up, you don't mess your record up, you build credentials, you'll be able to get the nice things. Yes, they're gonna try to put some doo-doo and dookie in the game, but so what? You can rise above it if you do these things. If you do these things. Next thing I would say, manage your time wisely. Don't hang around people who are not trying to achieve. Forget about this little trying to be super fly, trying to be the thug of the hood, all this. It's going to have you crying about systematic racism 5 years from now. I see all these pro-wax. You messed yourself up. You messed yourself up, and now you don't want to do what it takes to change it. Who cares what white people think? I don't. You shouldn't either. Don't mess your record up. Then you'll be able to buy homes, guns, cars, whatever else it is you like, boats. You want to sit back with your food stamps that you don't. Man, I can't make that much. I'm going to lose my stat. But then you, because maybe you don't like the way somebody else look or talk, you, food stamp Frank, want to talk down and say people, Uncle Tom the Sambo. You the Sambo. You free and still accepting slavery. You're the Sambo. And that stuff don't work with me. I'm well versed. You could bring it. Or what you gonna do? Femininity, single motherhood. Oh, I want to kill him now because you can't beat me in the debate. You want to set me up to get jumped or killed because you can't beat me in the debate. That's how they are. These type of people, they cry racism and then they attack the real leaders in the black community. Man, he don't know what he talking about, man. Then they say, oh, Kamala Harris is a good woman. Look at all these people that eat greens once every 10 years and you think they for the black community. Then they marry outside. Not saying you can marry whoever you want. But these people make it obvious with their behaviors who they are really with. And some of them on the low key, some of them they basically try to undermine the black community. They put in place to make it even worse. Because you notice, all these people talking about police brutality. If you look at the stats, more white people were killed by police than blacks. Yes, they need to be dealt with. The problem needs to be addressed. But the police ain't your problem. You are the problem. What are you doing to make them have to come? Because when they come, they got a job to do. You expect them to be scared of you. Man, when I was a correctional officer, these dudes have never put fear in me. Some of them still try to talk, like, hold grudges because of stuff that happened when I was in correction. Man, what did you think? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Please don't hit me. I need this job. Then they get out here, Yep. For one, that's another problem. If you've been to jail once, make it your last time. Don't keep going to jail. You've been convicted. Let's be honest, you're doing this stuff 9 times out of 10. Don't go to jail. And on that, we're going to keep talking about this, but I'm going to close. Go back, rewind it if you have to. If you do these things I mentioned in here, the little systematic racism will not affect you that tough. It's the Truth Blaster, aka Prophet Howard, giving you the truth from the mind of God. God is saying to you, stop making excuses. You can have me. He's saying to you, you can have him to help you. You reject God, you want to talk about white people are racist. They're racist. White people are racist. They don't like me. Our ancestors would have loved to have the chance we got right now. That's all I'm going to say on here. Truth Channel, like, share, subscribe.